Welcome back to Euro Football Daily for our look at 10 players defying time. As our list will show, for some, age really is just a number. Let's get into it. 10. Zlatan and Giroud. Italian football has always been more accommodating to the elder generation. This season in Serie A, 31 players over the age of 33 have made 10 appearances or more, almost double that of the Premier League, while Giorgio Chiellini and Leonardo Bonucci continue to marshal Juve's defence with a combined age of 71. And in Serie B, a 41-year-old Gianluigi Buffon was just handed a new contract with Parma that will keep him busy until 2024. So it's perhaps not surprising that AC Milan's charge towards the Scudetto is being spearheaded by two forwards well into their twilight years. At 35, Olivier Giroud is back to his best with 8 goals and 2 assists, with his last 2 strikes resulting in valuable winners away to Inter Napoli in what has become an epic title scrap. His shots are down to 2.2 per 90, but he is clinical in front of goal, scoring with every other attempt on target for the first time since his days with Arsenal. Zlatan meanwhile continues to silence his doubters. Now into his 40s, the Swede has also scored 8 and assisted 2. Yet that's just from 909 minutes of league action, equaling a stunning goal contribution every 91 minutes. The Rossoneri's technical director Paolo Maldini has revealed a new contract is there for the ex-PSG star if he wants it, meaning there could be more to come from the legendary forward. 9. Diego López. Espanyol are back in La Liga following a shock relegation in 2019-20. It was the first time the Parakeets had left the top flight in 26 years, made even more surprising as they'd finished 7th the season prior. Fortunately, the Catalan club held on to some key stars to make a quick return, including their ever-reliable keeper, Diego Lopez. A veteran of 8 clubs and over 650 matches, Lopez is best remembered for shining at Villarreal before ousting Iker Casillas as Real Madrid's #1. Today, he's still a regular starter at the RCDE Stadium, keeping 7 clean sheets to help Espanyol coast towards mid-table security. However, now 40, Lopez is beginning to show some wear and tear. According to post-shot XG, he has conceded 2.8 more than expected this term, while his 68% save rate is significantly down on his best. He is facing 4.3 shots on target per 90, among the most in his 23-year career, and hardly unexpected considering they're a promoted side, but the stats will suggest he should be doing better. Still, Lopez is captain of his club, and anyone who has the desire and fitness to play into their 40s deserves our respect. 8. Thiago Silva. Chelsea's decision to sign a 35-year-old Thiago Silva raised a few eyebrows considering the Blues' stiffness towards handing out contracts to players over 30. But straight away it became obvious that the Brazilian centre-half was still a cut above the rest. Last season, his 5.3 clearances per 90 was the most at Chelsea, while his excellent ball skills shone through with 7.4 progressive carries per match and a massive 93.5% pass accuracy, both among the top returns for defenders in Europe. Silva would also feature 6 times as Chelsea claimed their second Champions League title. Now 37, you would forgive the ex-PSG star for slowing down, but instead Silva has become more important than ever, only missing 4 games in the league this term. Only Mendy and Rudiger have earned more minutes, and he's still the most prolific and accurate passer in the squad. And now it looks like Chelsea will need him more than ever. With Andreas Christensen on his way out and Rudiger set to follow, the Blues were quick to hand Silva a new deal until 2023. No doubt we will see more of the same next season, well, depending on what happens to Chelsea. 7. Anthony Losilla. The Bundesliga has always preferred youth over experience. This season, the average squad age comes in at 25.7 years, on par with Ligue 1, while just 11 players over 33 have appeared more than 10 times. Of that bunch, Manuel Neuer and Union Berlin's Christopher Trimmel have impressed, but not as much as Bochum's Anthony Losilla, who's captained Die Unabstiegbaren to their best campaign in years. At present, Bochum are comfortably 9 points clear of the relegation playoff. Considering they spent the last 11 seasons in the Bundesliga 2, that's impressive. And key to their success is a rock-solid defence that has conceded just 17 times since the end of October, a feat not even Bayern can better. Losilla has been central to that effort. Bochum's beating heart in midfield, he has completed the 7th most pressures, won the 4th most aerial duels and won the 3rd most tackles of anyone in the division. No one in Bochum's squad has appeared more than the Frenchman this term. At 35, Losilla waited a long time to reach the Bundesliga, but judging by his performances, it's where he's always belonged. 6. Raúl Albiol. Villarreal's imposing centre-half Raúl Albiol has embraced the ageing process by growing out his silver streak beard to complete a battle-hardened complexion. But don't be fooled by his rugged appearance, as he continues to be an elegant and refined defender. Part of the leadership team at Estadio de la Ceramica, the 36-year-old has played the majority of Villarreal's La Liga fixtures this term and started every Champions League match. and his numbers have remained pretty consistent, posting 4.8 clearances, 1.3 interceptions and winning 2 aerial duels per 90. But it's in possession where Albiol shines, with the former Napoli man still producing over 3 progressive carries per game, helping to relieve pressure on the Yellow Submarine's defence. It's no wonder Pau Torres has developed so well alongside him, given the fountain of knowledge and experience on display. Albiol was also instrumental in landing Villarreal their first ever trophy when they defeated Manchester United in the Europa League. He may have won the World Cup and earned honours with Real Madrid, Valencia and in Naples, but given the history at stake, it was a definite peak in a career that looks far from over. 5. Dimitri Payet. At 34 years old, Dimitri Payet is the youngest entry on our list. However, that should not detract from the spellbinding football he is continuing to produce. Now into his 4th season back with Marseille, Payet is threatening to beat his personal best for goal involvements in Ligue 1, set at 25 for Lille nearly a decade ago. So far, he scored 9 and assisted 9 for OM and is running at a career best 0.78 goals and assists per 90. For the 3rd time in 4 years, he leads the charts for shot creating actions in France, that is shots, passes, dribbles or fouls drawn that lead to an effort or goal, while he's now registered 129 assists in 438 league appearances at a career average of 0.37 per match. Not quite De Bruyne or Ozil levels, but still among the top 1% of all creators in Europe. In Georges Sampaoli's Marseille, everything goes through Payet. If they're going to return to the Champions League, it will be thanks to the Frenchman, who also has one eye on the World Cup. He hasn't featured for Le Bleu since 2018, but recently told L'Équipe that was his aim. And given his level this term, Deschamps should certainly consider bringing him back. 4. Dante. Dante's iconic afro earned him a cult status at Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich, where his fans would don curly wigs in homage to their star defender. But it's not his hair earning praise anymore, rather his excellent performances for a Nice side that are flying in Ligue 1. Under the guidance of Christophe Galtier, the Brazilian is producing 3.1 tackles and interceptions per 90 and completing 44% of his pressures, his best return during 6 years with the Eagles. He also attempts and completes the most passes in their squad, acting as the conductor for when they regain possession. Just in the same way Galtier relied on José Font to lead by example during his unlikely title triumph with Lille last season, the 38-year-old has become the stable foundation behind Nice's electric young attack. He is so important, no outfield player has earned more minutes at the club this term. Dante will captain Nice in the Coupe de France final, while they're on course to reach the Champions League proper for the first time ever. If all goes to plan, this season may rank above everything Dante has achieved in his illustrious career. 3. Remko Pasveer. One of the stories of the season has been the remarkable late bloom of Ajax's 38-year-old keeper, Remko Pasveer. Signed last summer as a temporary replacement for Andre Onana, few ever imagined the Dutchman would go on to produce one of the most formidable campaigns in goal on record. Pasveer has been simply exceptional. At the time of writing, he's faced 41 shots in the Eredivisie and conceded just 4. That's a ridiculous save rate of 90.2%, while 17 of his 20 appearances have produced a clean sheet. It took an injury to his hand for Onana to finally get a look in after he returned from suspension. Prior to this year, Pasveer had enjoyed a solid if unspectacular career, representing the likes of Heracles Almelo, Go Ahead Eagles and Vitesse. He came through at FC Twente over 20 years ago, and this is where he first crossed paths with Erik ten Hag. The Dutch manager reportedly turned to his old friend thanks to Pasveer's reputation as a strong ball player. And sure enough, he's maintained a 91.4% pass accuracy this term, in keeping with Ajax's free-flowing style. Pasveer is quite literally proving that it's never too late to start living the dream. 2. Edin Dzeko. Inter Milan's decision to replace Romelu Lukaku with Edin Dzeko was met with little to no fanfare. Lukaku had just scored 24 as the Nerazzurri powered to the Scudetto. Meanwhile, Dzeko had just endured his worst campaign yet for Roma. In fairness to the Bosnian, he'd still scored 119 times over 6 seasons in Italy and didn't cost a penny, but the 35-year-old was a significant step down on his predecessor. Yet, while Lukaku is languishing at Chelsea and dreaming of San Siro, Dzeko has been exceptional. He's hit 12 in the league so far, scoring with every 5th shot he's taking for the first time since his days with Manchester City. The former Wolfsburg man might not have the same relationship that Lukaku enjoyed with Lautaro Martinez, having assisted each other 11 times last season, but with Barella and Çalhanoğlu on creative duties that hasn't been an issue. Dzeko and Martinez have scored 26 times, putting Inter in the driving seat to retain their champion status. Dzeko is one of the bargains of the summer, and given the longevity of other forwards in Serie A, he could still be firing for many years to come. 1. Luka Modric. He is aging like a fine wine. Those were the words of Rio Ferdinand on BT Sport right after Luka Modric delivered yet another masterclass in Real Madrid's stunning 3-1 defeat of PSG in the Champions League. the Croatian was amazing once more, completing 3 dribbles, 4 tackles, 2 shots and 1 key pass as Los Blancos stunned the Parisians at the Bernabeu. Karim Benzema will rightly grab the headlines, but it was Modric who intercepted the ball in his own half, burst past 4 players, released Vinicius Jr. and then found the French forward with a stunning deft pass for the second goal. It wasn't a rare example of Modric rolling back the years either. He might be turning 37 next September, but the former Tottenham star is still an unmovable force in the Madrid midfield. This season he's continued to operate at the highest level, scoring 2 and assisting 5 in La Liga, while also producing 7.9 progressive carries and 8.3 passes into the final third, both his best return in 4 years. Modric is the gift that keeps on giving and one of the absolute best to ever play the game. So that was our look at 10 players defying time. Who do you think we missed out? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to EuroFootball Daily, hit that notification bell, and as always, we'll see you next time.